Good evening, I'm Kevin McNamara, and first tonight, we're learning that one of the former MPD officers charged in Tyre Nichols' death had violations in a prior prison guard job. Demetrius Haley worked as a correctional officer for the Shelby County Prison from January 2015 until July 2020. In that job, Haley was found in violation of the department's professionalism, ethics, and conduct policy in 2015. Haley was also accused of using excessive force for using a chemical spray on an inmate, but an investigation found no violations. He was similarly investigated and cleared of wrongdoing after another inmate accused him of using unnecessary force during a contraband search. And the search continues for the suspects involved in a shooting which left 2 people seriously injured in Orange Mound. Memphis police arrived on the scene of Saratoga Avenue just before 11 last night. One man and a woman were both taken to the hospital. Police do not know if it was just one suspect or more, but they were in a pickup truck. And about 3 miles away on West Hillview Drive, another shooting, which left 1 man dead and another injured. Police arrived on the scene at 10:15 last night. They say the suspects were 3 males in a dark blue sedan. If you or anyone you know has any information, you're asked to contact Crime Stoppers at the number listed on your screen, 901-528-CASH. And teachers and classmates remember 13-year-old Tori Christian as a sweet angel gone too soon. Tori was killed by a family member who went around the city shooting several women relatives before taking his own life a few weeks ago. Arleah Williams has the story.
Goodbye, sweet girl.
Grieving Freedom Prep Academy Middle School paid their respects to 13-year-old Tori Christian, the youngest of 4 victims killed last month. Police say one of Christian's family members went on a shooting spree before taking his own life.
You never imagine on a Friday saying, be safe, have a great break, see you when you get back, that you wouldn't see a student when they get back.
Tori was a 7th grader remembered by students and staff as a sweet, funny girl who loved school. Along with this balloon release, Freedom Prep continues to also provide grief counseling.
We had Christ Community come out with their mental health counselors. We had our very own mental health counselor that we keep on staff, as well as all 5 of our schools lent us their social workers, and we were able to help students process their grief.
Tori's friends, teachers, and head of school say she was a sweet girl that did not deserve to lose her life in such a violent way.
It's going to be a process for us as well as our students, and Tori will be greatly missed and never forgotten.
She should never lose a child. And I just know that while no one is deserving, Tori wasn't deserving.
Switching to weather now, meteorologist Tyre Nichols is here with a check of the forecast. Tyre, what you got?
Well, we finally made it to the last month of the year, and temperature-wise, it's going to be the coolest as we carry on over the next 3 months as we've made it into meteorological winter. And we're going to have those highs struggling to get out of the 50s on average. I like to show these numbers here just to kind of give you an idea of where things should be as far as temperatures go and as far as rainfall is concerned. I'll step out so you can see the big picture here. Starting this at the beginning of this month, we should have highs in the upper 50s, and you'll see we're going to be pretty close to that over the next several days here with those lows in the upper 30s. Then as we head towards the end of the month, those highs are in the low 50s, with those lows near freezing. Rainfall really goes up. Almost 5.5 inches should be collected over the next several weeks here. And then that last one there, approximately 11 minutes of daylight lost as we start to see that halting right at winter solstice, and then we start adding more daylight. And I know some people are probably excited about that as well. But let's go back to the forecast here and talk about those temperatures. Notice we're going to stay pretty close to normal through at least Wednesday, but as we go into late next week into the weekend, temperatures are jumping up, and we'll explain more what that is about because that's really going to be the next big weather maker we experience outside of the series of fronts we're expecting to see this week. We've already had one that brought generous rainfall. That's continued to work its way through Alabama and Georgia behind me. We've got another front coming in overnight tonight and on Sunday to help clear out the moisture. And we are going to see another round of cold fronts coming in this week, but they're really not going to bring much more than just maybe a few clouds at a time, and also just reinforcing that cool air that's already going to be in place. So we'll see another one coming through on Monday, and then another one on Tuesday. Then after that, with that boundary being the last cold front coming through for the week, we'll begin to see a warm front lifting on Thursday. That's the starting point for those warmer temperatures we'll see heading into next weekend with those highs in the 60s. Then as we make it to Saturday into Sunday, weather patterns are suggesting, based on the latest model data, that we'll see a good bit of rainfall coming from this system, but also some much colder air. It's possible at this time we could be struggling to get out of the 30s early around December 11th and 12th. That's the beginning of the following week. Back to tonight's forecast. Temperatures will be in the 40s, tomorrow's upper 50s and low 60s area wide, with a 7-day forecast showing temperatures back in the upper 60s by next Saturday.
Well, you know what that sound means. The St. Jude Memphis Marathon back again this year. Tens of thousands of runners and Memphians taking to the streets downtown in support of St. Jude's life-saving mission. The marathon is St. Jude's top fundraising opportunity, with this year's event raking in $15 million, going to make sure no child or family ever pays a bill. But for some participants this year, the race was extra special.
I was diagnosed at the age of 15, August 2008, with ALL leukemia, and now I am 10 years in remission. Just turned 30 in May, and yeah, happy to celebrate this decade of remission by running the 10K in the St. Jude Memphis Marathon as a hero.
I'll have a lot more on this incredible story coming up tonight on CW News at 9 and ABC24 News at 10. Well, Memphis Animal Services trying to do their part to improve pet health this weekend with a free vaccination and microchipping event in Whitehaven at the Southland Mall. Now, the most prevalent deadly diseases affecting pets, such as parvovirus and distemper, are preventable with a simple vaccine. And of course, it's made worse when unvaccinated pets come into busy shelter kennels where these deadly diseases can spread quickly, resulting in multiple deaths and skyrocketing expenses.
There's a veterinarian desert, on the south side of 240, and then you got on the north side of Memphis, there's pretty much only one vet in that area. So that's why we're really trying to hit the south and north side, because these are the underserved communities where they don't have a vet locally, and not everybody has access to transportation.
An estimated 30% of pet parents do not take their pet to a veterinarian annually for preventative care. Well, for the last few months, a mysterious respiratory illness has been spreading among dogs across the country. Recently, we were asked to verify whether that illness can be transmitted to cats or humans. Here's Ariane Detil with what we know.
A mystery illness is causing some dogs across the country to develop pneumonia, and in rare cases, it can lead to death. Multiple verified viewers, including Joe and Francis, asked us whether the illness can also spread to cats and humans. To verify, we reached out to the American Veterinary Medical Association, multiple state veterinary associations, and health centers across the country. To date, there is no evidence that the mystery illness has been transmitted to humans, according to both the Washington State Department of Agriculture and the University of New Hampshire College of Life Sciences and Agriculture. A spokesperson for the American Veterinary Medical Association says they don't think it's likely dogs could infect their owners. The North Springs Veterinary Center in Colorado has treated around 35 cases of the illness since October. The center's CEO, Dr. Lindsay Ganser, confirmed there is also no evidence that this respiratory pathogen is transmittable from species to species either. So your cats appear to be safe too. So we can verify there is no evidence the respiratory illness affecting dogs can be passed to cats or humans. But according to the American Veterinary Medical Association, since the cause of the illness is still being investigated, it's a good idea to thoroughly wash your hands after handling your or other dogs. With your Verify, I'm Ariane Detil.
Do you bank with a credit union? Well, if you do and you're having trouble accessing your money, this may be why. About 60 credit unions in the U.S. are experiencing outages because of a ransomware attack. The full extent of the outage and its impact on credit unions is unclear. But the incident is just the latest example of how ransomware attacks have caused havoc for U.S. critical infrastructure in recent years. So much that the Biden administration now refers to ransomware as a national security crisis. Thank you for watching this special edition. We'll see you back here at 10.